My name is Leon,
I'm Lo.
and we work at Other Side London. CBD in general is used to help with aiding with either problems with sleep or aiding with stress, anxiety, or joint and muscular pains as well, because it's an anti-inflammatory.
So many people use it for so many different things.
Like, everyone gets to go on a little journey and kind of also break down that barrier of, oh, this isn't actually drugs. This isn't this isn't like gonna get you really high, or it's not gonna make you scared or paranoid, or not even gonna make you giggle really. It's just here to kind of take away some stress. And anti-inflammatory, so it reduces kind of any kind of inflammation, swelling, any kind of tension in your muscles, your joints, and just all over your body. And because of that, your body feels more relaxed, and you get more maneuverability, you're looser, and that has an effect on your brain in terms of also carries through to feeling more relaxed. Well, both of them are kind of the same thing. They're both cannabinoids or phytocannabinoids. So they're just chemical structures that are found inside the cannabis. It's like the building blocks that make up the plant. There's other chemicals as well, like terpenes. They're probably the other most famous thing that you can find in cannabis. But the main difference is the way that it interacts with your endocannabinoid system. Every single animal on the planet has an endocannabinoid system. It's a responsive system. So when your body senses cannabinoids, I guess it's like a lock and a key. When the key enters the body, then the right lock comes to the key. And when that happens, you then get some effects.
Activates a receptor, for sure. We've got cannabinoids like CBG, which is like really good for like gastric issues, gastrointestinal issues, as well as neurological issues. You've got like much more engagement in the different receptors across the body. And it's what's known as like the grandmother cannabinoid, is an affectionate nickname, because it's almost like the stem cell cannabinoid that all other cannabinoids come from originally.
Basically, in your body you've got two like cannabinoid receptors, a CB1 receptor and a CB2 receptor. The CB1 is at your brain, and then CB2 is your body. And basically, it's just like in your muscles and your organs in your body, you have these CB2 receptors, and they can only receive stuff like CBD, things that fit them. Otherwise, ones like THC binds your CB1, which is in your brain, and that's what gives you that psychoactive effect. That's what makes you feel high. That's why you get this high feeling in your brains, because it binds to your brain's receptors. Some other cannabinoids do as well, like there's CBC. That doesn't get you high, but it's really good for clarity. It's really good for focus. It's really good for actually repairing your brain's nervous system. And then I guess the other one's CBN, and that one's the one that makes you feel sleepy. So that's a cannabinoid that makes you feel tired. Unfortunately, anything psychoactive is illegal in England, so you can't have any of those three I just said. But you can have CBD, and you can have CBG, and you can have CBC. Actually, you can have CBC because it's non-psychoactive. Doesn't make you high.
Decriminalise is a big step to begin with. Let people just be allowed to use it in their own homes at their own discretion and make informed decisions about their own health. In a country where you've got things like tobacco and alcohol that are fully like taxed and regulated, the possibility for legalization is also there, and the regulations are definitely after Brexit as well, when we broke away from all the EU regulation that a lot of the CBD was falling under, was like a big turning point in terms of how they're treating it and possibly what's to come. But
I feel like for us, we definitely obviously want it to be legalized, 110%. I really passionately believe in everything this plant can do. There's certain things that THC does that nothing else on our planet can do to your body, and I'm sorry, but that is the long and short of it. And they, even in our hospitals, if you have is it MS, you get basically there's this fake synthetic THC that they give to people. It's like, why don't you just give them the real thing that is designed, your body is designed to receive? Why have you got to make a synthetic one?
It's a bit like spice, isn't it?
A bit like spice, which is a very interesting topic in itself.
But yeah, THC is the most engaging. So when we mentioned the endocannabinoid system before and cannabinoids in general, THC has the most activity. So even if it's not in its activated form, decarboxylated, that will get you high, it still works to engage your endocannabinoid system, so it's ready to receive stuff like CBD and CBG. And also so the terpenes, so stuff like having full spectrum products and products that contain terpenes and cannabis terpenes, something that we're passionate about. We've got a couple products that have that full kind of
But I think for me it almost feels like a crime that it's not legal. Because I mean, there's people sitting there in really bad pain, or like stuff like chemotherapy, for example.
Yeah.
Like chemotherapy, is like really not good for your body. You are literally poisoning yourself. Obviously, you're killing the cancer, but you're poisoning yourself to do it. And in order for that to be like viable, we need to have no other alternatives. But we know, for example, THC, CBG, having a combination of them seems to actually reduce cancer tumour cell sizes. The only reason you can get given cannabis from our doctors in this country is if you have tried every single other possibility before that moment and it's not worked for you. So that means they put like morphine ahead of that. So you're telling me morphine is less of a last resort than THC? That is crazy.
That's mad.
That is crazy.
You might see a model like the US, but going back to what I was saying about decriminalisation and people like being able to self-medicate, nothing natural will ever be proven safe and effective because you can't patent something that's natural. So I think cannabis in its organic form will probably never see like opened up like that. But all these isolates and patented derivatives that have been, do you know what I mean? I think we'll see the market opening for those.
I think if like the business models are there to do it like America, to do it like Canada, if they wanted to do it, they're not like the people running our government. They might seem like idiots, but they're actually not stupid people. They're really clever and they know what they're doing, and they know for a fact that they can make this work if they wanted to. But the problem is, as soon as people realise that you can grow your own medicine in your own house and you don't need to go see your doctor about it, who's going to pay them? And then the whole world's economy crashes because it's 80% bloody medicine. Pharmaceuticals makes up 80% of our bloody economy in the world, or something, or 70% at least.
It's crazy.
Everything on our planet is perfectly balanced. And where there's illness, there's cures. And they're already there. They're all in nature. They're all there for us to grab and for us to pick up. But the thing is, they have to hide it from us and then disguise it in a tablet so that they can make money. And the world runs off people being ill. You're allowed in England to have 1 milligram of anything controlled, because if not, every single banker in London will be getting done for smuggling Class A's because every single banknote in England has cocaine on it. And so you are allowed up to 1 milligram of anything. So some of our products are full spectrum and they have literally 1 milligram of THC in them, but not enough to get you high. And we got seltzer drinks like this. This is basically a seltzer. That's what he's drinking now. That's a cannabis drink.
So this has got like water soluble cannabinoids, which would be the same equivalent. Exactly.
CBD.
So essentially it's something that's usually fat soluble, a cannabinoid, whether it be THC or CBD, and it's turning it into a water soluble form. And what that does is it makes it more bioavailable, so essentially it enters your system a bit quicker and you just get more bang for your buck in terms of milligrams.
So that's why in America people are really liking the seltzers. So I think people have been like making cannabis seltzers now, and with the high absorption, people are just getting way more high from the THC seltzers than if they were buying like.
And you can couple it, if you're using other methods of absorbing your cannabinoids, you can also like mix and match and get much more profound results in my experience.
We've got like our little drinks fridge there. Yeah. Like, these drinks are getting into places now.
Definitely more popular than I think edibles for some reason.
It's all kind of the same, it's just about how it gets processed by your body. When you eat something, you've got to digest it. So it takes a lot longer to get into your bloodstream. Otherwise, when you smoke it or vape it and it goes through your lungs, then it only takes like 10 minutes-ish to get into your bloodstream, because it's literally passing through your lungs into your bloodstream straight away, whereas in your stomach you're digesting it. So if you've got like situational anxiety where you're getting like panic attacks, or you get like nervous because of certain situations, so maybe meetings at work make you nervous, or maybe pitching to a client makes you nervous, you can use a vape just before those moments or in those moments, and it'll be pretty instant. Or if you're someone who has like chronic pains, or things that are, or even like stuff like background anxiety, where you're just constantly on edge a little bit, you probably want something like an oil, because it takes longer to get into your system, but then it lasts a lot longer as well. Otherwise a vape, it's in quick, but it's out after a few hours.
For sure. So like someone who's got arthritis will be taking a completely different regimen to someone who's got situational anxiety.
Yeah.
They might have person with situational anxiety might have a vape and an oil, whereas someone with arthritis will probably couple it with a balm.
Oil and
that way you're hitting it from both sides. But whenever you take it internally, it's going to spread more or less through your whole body. Whereas when you're applying it topically, because you got the cannabinoid receptors in your skin, you can target those specific areas that you're trying to get the relief to.
That stoners are lazy.
Yeah, you need to get rid of that one already.
No, you're already lazy. Like, you were lazy before the weed and you're lazy after the weed. It's you're lazy or you're not. I'm very like, if I didn't smoke, I'd be bouncy off the walls. Like, I have to use my cannabinoids in order to actually bring myself down a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's not something I rely on. It's like a tool that helps me get to where I want to be.
It's real food, and real food is real medicine, and real medicine is real food. I'm not sure where alcohol, at least modern alcohol, fits into the picture there. But I think just like the new adaptogenic, like mushroom range that we've got, there's certain things you find in nature that we're just designed to eat and interact with our body. And yeah, like maybe we don't put them in a pasta, but you could, I guess, put lion's mane in pasta if you wanted. But my point is, like, what's really nourishing for us is also repairing for us, and we might eat to have a good time and taste some good stuff, but the focus needs to be on putting what's right for your body in your body. Like I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink quite often, and I would just see it as when you're drinking alcohol, you're tuning out, and when I'm using cannabis, it's like tuning in.
If you've got a room of people and you left like 5 crates of alcohol in there, by like 12 hours time there'll be fights, there'll be people throwing up, there'll be like it would not be a nice pretty sight basically. Otherwise, if you put a load of people in a room 12 ounces and you left 12 ounces of weed in there, everyone would just be giggling. The worst thing would be that people didn't have any food. Be really hungry, but they wouldn't start eating each other. CBD is very much a new trend. Like, very much. No one even knew what CBD was 5 years ago.
We do see new trends within CBD, and what we're seeing now is kind of big jumps being made in personalised, like vaporizing tools and rigs, and the kind of setups you can have and the amount of control you can have over that. And I'm glad it's trending, but yeah, I don't think it's a trend.
I hate the word trend because this is long term. This is not something that's going to be really hyper now and gone.